Hello there, hello there, hello there, and welcome one and all. How are you all? I'm very well. Thank you for asking. Now, I don't ask for much from you, dear subscriber, dear viewer. I don't ask for much. But on this one occasion, I'm going to ask something of a favour from you. Linked below, you'll find in the description box below, you'll find a link to a petition which I will explain briefly, and I'd like you to go and sign it and hopefully leave a message of support. Now, the petition itself was set up by a woman called Nora Tracy, who's from my own hometown here in Birmingham. And the actual issue at hand is contaminated blood transfusions, which is scary for me because I don't like blood particularly, although I'm not, I don't faint or anything, but I'm a little bit squeamish. I don't think anyone likes blood, do they? But anyway, well, you like blood as in you like to be alive, of course. That's a completely different thing. And I don't particularly like needles, so there's that. But the actual issue at hand is the pre-1991, they did not screen for HIV and hepatitis C in blood transfusions here in Britain, which sounds crazy, doesn't it? In the modern world, it sounds like a completely alien concept, but apparently that was the case. And back in the 1980s, Nora got hepatitis C from a bad blood transfusion that she was given during childbirth. And this happened to a lot of people, as you would imagine. And as such, people got hepatitis C or HIV and were then, would contract all kinds of other diseases from that, because that's the way those diseases work. And often that rendered people either completely unable to work or basically unsuitable for most types of work. And so the government set up a scheme, a compensation scheme, A, for the disease, and B, to help people live. And but in January, the government has decided to make a very significant change to that compensation scheme, which is going to affect negatively the lives of all of these people who have done, again, it's worth reiterating, they've done nothing wrong here. They've been rendered either incapable of work or unsuitable for large parts of the economy through no fault of their own. And what the government have done is taken away what's called the Consumer Prices Index link to the compensation, which means that even though the amount of money each year goes up, the actual sum of money, it's worth the same every year. So that basically they're not being penalised by inflation. And that was what the government promised would be a lifetime guarantee of that increase every year, for the life of the people, the lifetime of the people that had been infected by these bad blood transfusions. And they decided to remove that and essentially cap it at £15,000, which basically means it's going to be a very significant cut in the value of that money every year. So basically they're squeezing the hardest or some of the hardest done to people in the country through no fault of their own. So even if you're one of the people out there that thinks like, if you don't work, you don't eat, that kind of conservative mentality, you still, I think, should go and sign this, because this is, again, through no fault of their own. This thing happened, and so they should be recompensed suitably. Now, look, like I say, it's just at the moment it's just under £15,000. So there's no one living the high life on this money. There's no one going on fancy holidays or living the life of Riley, so to speak. It's basic subsistence income. It's like I say, it's the absolute basic in terms of compensation. And so the petition has been set up, and hopefully, if it gets enough support, it might just change the government's mind and force them to reconsider and reverse this change and allow these people to live in what is only, it's not even comfort really. Like I say, less than £15,000 a year is not a huge amount of money, but will at least allow them to live, properly and comfortably, as should be the case, because they were given bad blood by a government organisation, the NHS, and so should be recompensed properly. So, like I say, I don't ask for much from you. I give a lot to you. I give of myself to you, and only occasionally do I ask for anything in return. And this is one such occasion. If you go and sign the petition, if you want to leave a nice message of support either to the people in general or to Nora herself, who is going through a difficult time, obviously, with this potential change which could cost a lot of people even the basic commodities of life. So yes, go and check that out below, sign and all that. And until next time, pip pip.